Just gonna record this. It's going. I don't want to not press it, or maybe it's on photo mode. And I just click a photo. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you for coming this morning. I know that it's early. I know it's not early for you, Amy, or you guys are up and at it.
Janie's usually here pretty early.
Thank you for coming. I appreciate you getting here before work. Today we are talking about the health journey, navigating the road to better health. Okay. That's what we all want, right?
Yes.
We want better health. The key thing is, what does healthy mean? What does healthy mean to you?
Strong, not skinny.
Okay.
Not sick.
Yeah,
Not sick. Charity?
Oh gosh, yeah, I would say feeling your best.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or feeling better than, like, I feel good right now.
Yeah.
But I probably can feel better because I don't feel worse. So
Right.
There's got to be something better.
Right. So healthy can have many different definitions. You guys have thrown a few out there. For me, it could be maybe running a half marathon. Okay. For you, Amy, maybe it's not being sick or being able to teach your classes. Okay. Maybe it's running a 5K. Okay. Maybe it's being in a better mental state.
Ooh, absolutely.
Having more energy. So there's many different definitions of healthy. But ultimately, we're all trying to get better health. Right? No matter what our goal is or what healthy means, we want it to be better. Okay? And I'm going to show you how to navigate that road. So, what does your health journey look like from when you were born to now? From when you were born to now. So, have there been ups and downs? Maybe it looks like that. The yo-yo. Who's yo-yoed?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We all have. Whether that's with our weight, whether that's with our exercise routines, no matter what, we've all had some sort of yo-yo up and down. Okay, you have that motivation for a little while, you're really into it, and then something happens. Life throws us a curveball. We lose motivation. Okay? Maybe it looks like this, right? Ups and downs like the stock market, right? All over the place. Okay? That's normal. It's pretty common. It's pretty common. I deal with it. I mean, that's life. Okay? But what I'm going to show you today is I want you to avoid those big peaks and valleys. Okay? There's going to be curveballs sent our way. I'm going to show you how to deal with them. Okay? The agenda. Here's what we're going to cover today, guys. Number 1, get your mind right. Okay, it's all up here. Number 2, consistency. Might be my favorite word. Consistency. Consistency. Number 3, systems in your life. Systems in your life. We all have them. How can we better them? Number 4, how to deal with setbacks. We're all going to deal with setbacks. That's life. How do we deal with them and not let it spiral out of control? Okay? And then number 5, making the best of your journey. Because your definition of healthy is different from the person next to you. How do we make the best of your journey? Okay? So first, get your mind right. Okay? Between the ears. Between the ears. When you're performing at your best, whether that's in your job, exercising, probably best up here, right? You're in a good mental place. Okay, that's so important.
I think that's one of the most difficult things in our job because there's so much stress.
Stress.
And it's like some days you just want to scream. You know,
Yeah.
you're right on screech. You're multitasking to the max and you're still falling behind, and so you've really got to say, I've got to find some peace somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really hard for us here.
I can imagine.
Yeah,
no matter
it really
what the
is.
job, because it's always going.
Right. And Charity, your job too.
A million different things.
absolutely,
Oh,
yeah.
mine's gravy.
Yes.
We were just I left my stress in the jail.
Okay.
So this job.
I'm gonna challenge you today, though.
It's
You'll see. I'm gonna challenge you.
Oh, I can tell you some stressors in my life, but it's not
Yeah.
work.
Okay.
But it's all between the ears though, guys, oftentimes we're our own worst enemy, right?
Oh, yeah.
We are our own worst enemy, because if we're not in a good mental state, okay, if we're kind of feeling down, if we're just kind of going through the motions, you're not going to be able to really reach your potential, to fully transform. So if your goal is to lose weight and get the most out of this program, okay, then you gotta have it up here. You gotta have it up here. So this is a mentor of mine. That's one of his big sayings: get your mind right. Talks about it all the time, and it's so true. I know I can relate to this right here. You are confined only by the walls you build yourself. We build these walls in our head a lot. Okay? You ever feel like you say, I can't do it? You know, what if? Can't do that.
Or I messed up, so what the heck?
I messed
Yeah,
up, so
it's
what
like,
the heck?
okay, you know, just let it go.
Yeah, exactly. Do you ever have self-doubt?
Oh, geez.
Do you doubt yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's normal. I do from time to time. But I'm going to show you how to kind of control that. Okay? You're going to have self-doubt creep in. So I'm going to show you strategies to kind of get it out of the way. Okay? I do it. Am I doing good enough? Do I have enough clients? This gym has more. Okay? They're doing a better job than I am. I can't do that. Right? That's just normal. That's normal. So, I have a task for you. Anytime that kind of creeps in your head, say, I can't do it. Say, I can do it. Anytime you're feeling doubt, I can do it. Just say it. Just say it in your head. Okay? Anytime you feel like, oh, I can't try that because I'm not good enough, go try it. Okay? If there's an exercise class that you're intimidated by, but it kind of piques your interest, go try it. What's the worst that could happen? You don't like it? If you have a job and you want to be promoted, okay, and there's a job that you can apply for, oh, well, what if I don't get it? What if? What if you do? And what's the worst that they're going to say if you don't get it? Sorry, you didn't get the job. No sweat off your back, right? They just said no. So, anytime you feel like I can't do it, you can do it. Tell yourself that. Tell yourself that. Does anyone know these three people?
Nope.
I don't either, but they're just internet images. But we have a dentist, we have an attorney, and we have a doctor. Okay? So what do these three people have in common besides I have no idea who they are and their images are on the internet?
They cause anxiety.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Stress levels.
Stress levels. Okay? One thing though, guys, is they went to school for a while. Right? To be a doctor, you have to be in school for a while. To be an attorney, you have to be in school for a while. To be a dentist, you have to be in school for a while. Didn't happen overnight. And you have to be in school at least 8 years, I believe. Okay? That's the long-term approach. That's what I want you to start thinking about long-term. I know I said a lot of it in our goal-setting seminar. You have to think long-term. This didn't happen overnight. Okay? On the internet, we see it all the time. Who has an Instagram account? Instagram? So he probably doesn't.
Believe it or not.
Right, but you, on Instagram or even on Facebook, you see a lot of these stories of people, you know, overnight success. It didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen overnight. They're living these lavish lifestyles. It's not real. Okay? It's not real. It's just posing. Okay? Nothing happens overnight. These guys didn't come into their professions overnight. They had to work hard at it. Something I wouldn't want to do. Be an attorney or be a dentist or be a doctor. Okay? I need you to think long term. Okay? For instance, this program, we're in week 4 right now. We're in week 4. Cruising along. You're doing a great job so far. Maybe you're not at your weight loss goal. Maybe you're not. Okay? Maybe you've hit a little bit of a roadblock here and there. How long did it take you to put the weight on? Okay? have to have that long-term approach. If we have that short-term mindset, then we're going to end up quitting. You guys aren't quitters. You're not quitting. Okay? There's going to be weeks where we don't have it. The scale doesn't move. You did everything right. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Results will happen. Results will happen. Okay? In your job right now, right? You didn't get there overnight. It takes time. You work your way up. Just like the dentist, the doctor, and the attorney. They had to go to school for a while. Okay? If you want to sit in the head chair here, you gotta do it for a while, right? Okay? Long term. Long term. Stop thinking short term. If you have a short term mindset, you won't get anywhere. But guess what? It's okay to have off days. It's okay. I have off days. Do you ever have an off day?
I had an off week. I went on vacation.
Oh, that's fun. Vacations are good.
And it was like I am not,
Vacations are
I'm
good.
going to enjoy.
But maybe you have an off day at work where you're just not.
Oh, yeah.
You're not 100%. You're not feeling it. Okay? That's okay. That's okay. You're human. We're all human. We have off days. But the key is not to string those together. If you have an off day, work your best to get through it. The next day, get back at it. Maybe you didn't have a great exercise class yesterday. Maybe you didn't exercise. Let's get back at it today. Maybe you didn't do well eating yesterday. Let's get back at it today. Don't dwell on the past. You can improve on it, but if we just dwell on the past, what good does that do? We can't change it. So let's focus on the future. Let's do better today. Okay?
I think a lot of times too, we beat ourselves up.
We 100% do.
You know, we are our own worst enemies. We're so quick to find the negative, and so, slow to really say, you did a great job here, and this was really good, and look at the meals you made ahead of time, and, all the positives. We don't give ourselves enough credit, but we're really quick to say, oh, you really messed that up.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to read.
I fight it.
Yeah.
I do it. I beat myself up sometimes. Well, I didn't do that. I didn't get in that workout. Nothing I can do now, so what can I do today to better that? You can look back and see where can I improve, because ultimately that's what we want to do. That's how we're going to better our health. But you can't dwell on the past. Nothing you can do about it. You can't change it. You can only look forward. Here's a question. What does your life look like in 5 years? Just kind of envision that. How's your health? Okay, are you exercising regularly? What job are you in? Have you been promoted? Okay, what's your ideal situation look like in 5 years? It can change a little bit. This is a great exercise because if we have a vision, we know what to strive for. That can change a little bit. Because life throws us curveballs. We never know when they're going to come. But if you have a vision, you know what to strive for. I have 5-year goals. Okay? Can those change? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I know where I want to be right now in 5 years. Here's a question. I did this in the goal setting seminar. Would you rather have $1 million or a penny doubled every single day for 31 days? It's kind of a trick question, isn't it? Trick question. $1 million. I'll write you a check right now. Don't cash it for maybe 10 years or more than that, but I'll write you a check right now for $1 million. You can have it, or you can have a penny doubled every single day for 31 days.
So it's got to be the penny, right?
It's got to be the penny.
Because you wouldn't think so.
I wouldn't. So a penny doubled every single day for 31 days. It's about $10 million.
Oh my gosh.
It's compound interest at its best, right? So when we contribute to a retirement plan, you're making those small deposits every paycheck, every month, every whatever, and over time, that builds up compound interest. And then when you retire, you have enough. The goal is to have enough money to live on, right? So all those small deposits you made,
Does it actually work that way? No.
Actually, it does.
it will.
Mine's not.
You're young.
I could go for about a month.
You're young. You're young.
Keep at it.
You're
Just
young.
be
Keep at it.
consistent,
Be
right?
consistent. Little by little, it will build up. So, this is the compound effect. And I talked about it a little bit in the goal setting seminar. So this is the money aspect. But how do we relate it to our life? Okay? So the compound effect, one of my favorite books, life-changing book. It's only like 150 pages. I highly recommend it. Go read it. It'll take you no time, or listen to it on audiobook. Okay? It talks about compounding your actions in life. So small, consistent steps done every single day lead to big successes long term. So you're making those deposits every single day. Every single day you exercise, that's a small deposit. Just like every single day you deposit that in your retirement account, right? Same thing, okay? Every single day that you eat well, small deposit. It's gonna lead to, in 5 years, you're healthy, right? You're in a good spot. Because ultimately the aging process is what it is. We're all gonna age. Do you wanna age in a nursing home, or do you wanna be able to do everything yourself? Do you wanna be able to exercise when you're older? Right, I think you guys do. You don't wanna be in a nursing home. That, first off, there goes your retirement if you're in an assisted living or in a nursing home. So you wanna be able to live life on your terms.
So what was the name of the book?
The Compound Effect.
Okay.
Compound Effect. It's a great book.
Okay,
You'll thoroughly enjoy it. I highly recommend it. What you do now sets the foundation for the rest of your life. Okay? What you do now sets the foundation for the rest of your life. Okay? You guys are taking action. You're here. That's a step. Okay? You're in this program. That's a step. Because you're setting the foundation for the rest of your life. Right? Just like a retirement account. What you do now, what you contribute now, we're setting the foundation. Because, guys, as we age, let's face it, we are going to lose muscle mass. The statistic out there is, after the age of 30, we start losing some muscle mass and function. When you lose muscle mass, you lose strength, you lose mobility. You have more body fat. Okay? For physically inactive people, every decade after 30, you can lose 3 to 5%. Okay? However, if we're active, if we're doing the right things in the kitchen, right? We're in a good mental state, we can kind of stave off that aging process a little bit. We're gonna age, happens. You can help slow it down just by exercising, doing those things. Not that hard, right? Not that hard. You can do it. So, back to this quote, what you do now sets the foundation for the rest of your life. Start early, build it from there. Under Armour has the saying, protect this house. Your body is your house, protect it, right? You can't play catch up. You can't play catch up, so do it now. Retirement, I guess you can a little bit. You can contribute more money later on, but do it now little by little so it grows. Just like build your habits now, okay? Do your exercise, eat well. One of my favorite quotes, imperfect action beats perfect inaction every time. Does that resonate a little bit? Have you ever been like, oh, I can't do that? Of course you have. We all have. We all have. But I need you to ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? If you applied for a job, they'll say no. Okay. If you go to that exercise class and you don't like it, at least now you know. Okay, so I'll use a specific example. One of my big goals is to present at conferences. Okay, I'm young in my career. I'm part of a fitness business owner entrepreneur group, mastermind group, and the other day there was a posting there's an opening for you could present at a conference. Okay, I was like, and I'm talking the who's who of fitness people are in this group, people with a lot of experience, people that I've learned a lot from. I mean, I'm a brand new business owner. I've been training for a while, but they've been in the trenches for a long time. They've seen it all. Okay. Of course, someone's probably gonna pick them, right?
You got picked, didn't you?
I did not get picked.
Oh.
So from there, but what's the worst thing that could happen if I applied? I kept thinking like, oh, I'm not gonna get picked. What's the point? What's the point of doing it? Well, it took a couple hours. I filled out the application. I put some topics together. Someone else got picked, but guess what? Now I'm at least in the eyes. I want to do that eventually, right? Just like if you applied for a job, at least they know, hey, she wants to move up. Okay? What's the worst thing? They just say no. But at least you're taking those steps. Okay? So imperfect action. Just take action. Do it. Do it, do it, do it. You won't regret it. You guys heard of these businesses?
Yeah.
Pretty big ones. Especially the middle one. They're pretty big.
Oh, that one's
Yeah.
on there twice.
Yeah. I mean, they're that good. They're that
Rich.
good. Yeah. They're that good. So, American Airlines, Walt Disney World, Ritz-Carlton. See this? That's you guys. Penobscot County. Okay? Walmart, McDonald's. They're all big businesses. No, they're all industry leaders. They're good at what they do. They're good at what they do. Okay? One other thing they have in common is they have systems in place to run. You guys have systems in your job every single day. You have a certain way to do things. For me, I have an onboarding process when a new member comes in. This is how things go, step by step. McDonald's, how they make their food, it's gross, but how they make their food, there's a process. They're able to push it out. That's a system, okay? Ritz-Carlton, when you check into the Ritz-Carlton, they have a check-in process. Just like you guys, if you worked in dispatch, things go boom, boom, boom. If you work in the Attorney General's office, this is how things go. Right? We all have systems. Not only have them in business, okay, but we have them in our life. So a system, it's a set of detailed methods, procedures, and routines created to carry out a specific activity, perform a duty, or solve a problem. It's literally what we do every single day. It's what we do every single day. You know, we're carrying out specific activities, whether it's at our jobs or at home. We're performing duties, and we're solving problems. Okay? So systems.
I think we all have them, but we don't really think about it, right?
You don't think of them like this. So, do you have systems in your day-to-day life? Absolutely. Absolutely. There's no question. I want you to try to think of yourself like a business and operate. When you're operating at your best, when a business is operating at their best, their systems are in place. Everyone's on the same page. Because if you have broken systems and everyone's doing a million different things and there's no cohesion, right? They're not working together. There's no synergy. Things don't get done. It's a mess. You see it in restaurants sometimes. You just know when things aren't working well. You can tell. And you probably in your office sometimes things aren't working well. Okay? The idea of having these systems in our lives, okay? They're never complete. You always want to keep improving on them. There's some that are broken. You probably have certain things in your job that are broken right now. How do we fix them and make them better? Okay? So we're going to go through some things in life, and I'm going to have some tasks for you. Okay? And I will post this, so don't worry about if you don't need to write it down. Number 1, routine. Okay? Routine. What does your morning look like? Everyone has a pretty good morning routine, right? Breakfast. You wake up at a certain time. Okay? Do you have a to-do list? Okay? To-do list. Is it in your head?
Yeah.
Okay? I recommend writing it down. Write it down so you don't forget it. Don't leave it up to chance. Okay? I know you have a pretty good memory, but
Not necessarily, but.
I mean, your to-do list doesn't have to have 20 things. That can be overwhelming. What are your top 3 to 5 priorities in the day? If If you write it down and it's visible, then you're gonna focus on it. It's not just gonna go right out the other ear. Okay? How much time do you spend on social media? Did you know the average internet user spends over 2 hours per day on social media? 2 hours. Okay? That's over 8% of their day. So a lot of times what I hear is I don't have time to do this. I don't have time to do that. Do you have time to be on social media for 2 hours?
That's why.
Right.
I shut it down.
So the task is, do a time audit. Audit your time. Where are you spending your time? Okay? I want you to write down what you do over a 24-hour period. If you don't have enough time, literally write down everything. I was sleeping from this hour to this hour. I was on Facebook from 6:15 to 6:30. Okay? I was exercising from this time to this. I was showering from this time. Might seem a little crazy, but you're going to be able to find in there time, right? I don't have enough time to exercise. Maybe you do. You definitely do. Okay? You can find 10 or 20 minutes. Right? I know we're all busy. I struggle with this sometimes too. We're busy. That's just the way we are. Okay? Do a time audit. Write down what you do over a 24-hour period. It'll be shocking. Okay? Exercise. Do you exercise? Yes, you do. How much physical activity are you getting in? Do you need to get in more? Okay. What is the best time to work out for you? What's the best time? So if you're a morning person, work out in the morning. If you're an afternoon person, evening person, work out in the afternoon or evening. Don't put a square peg in a round hole. Okay, make it fit your life, right? Find the time. Your task. Write down the when, where, and what you're going to do for exercise this week. Don't leave it up to chance. If there's an exercise class, guess what? Create an appointment. Put it in your phone, put it in your calendar. Because if we create the appointment, we're going to do it. But if we're just like, oh, I'll just go after work, stuff can get in the way. But if you put it in there and it reminds you, sends you that notification, you're going to do it. So for instance, maybe today you're taking a exercise class from 4:15 to 5. Okay? Or I'm going to the gym, I'm going to walk on the treadmill for 30 minutes. I'm going to the gym and I'm going to do 2 sets of bench press, 2 sets of squats, 2 sets of rows. Be specific about it. Be specific. Write it down. Write it down. Some other things you can do on off days, too, as simple tasks to stay active. Do those stairs. Those are great. Those are great. Aren't they? Yeah.
You don't want to
We all have a
fall.
close relationship with those stairs.
Yeah,
You
they're
don't want to
awesome.
fall and hit a knee
Yeah,
or
don't
anything.
fall. Don't fall. That's don't do that.
But yeah, they are.
Park further away.
Yeah.
That adds up. That adds up. Park further away, whether you're at work or at the store. Adds up. Do 5 minutes of exercise on your break. Go for a walk. Okay, I know it's a little cold right now, but it's gonna warm up.
I walk around the parking lot on my break.
There you go.
It's supposed to be in the 40s too.
And that adds up.
Yeah.
It adds up. It might not overnight, because nothing happens overnight. Over time, it'll add up. Charity, great job. Okay, maybe do some body weight exercises. Let's hit a set of squats. Okay.
I do that when I go to the bathroom when I'm
There you
trying to
go.
wash my hand. Let the water get hot.
Oh.
I stand there and do 20
See?
squats.
Just little things like that add up, and that's how you can, on your off days or just, staying active throughout the day. That's how you can do it. Okay, people might look at you funny, but who cares?
I do. I feel like a ding dong. I hold my
Yeah.
keys so they don't jingle when I squat.
Who cares? What if they think you're crazy? Oh well.
Yeah.
Oh well. Guys, nutrition.
Sorry, I forgot all about this.
It's all right.
Come on in.
It's all right. So nutrition. This is the big thing. This is the big thing. How is your nutrition? How is your nutrition?
Could be improved.
Could be improved. Could be improved. It's getting better. Good. Are you meal prepping? Yeah. Do you have healthy snacks available? That's important. Once again, you don't want to leave it up to chance and not have healthy snacks available. You're hungry. There's a vending machine. What do you think is going to happen? you're gonna go into the vending machine and get something. But if you had a snack available, a healthy one, you would just have that. You wouldn't go to the vending machine. Are you eating good, whole nutrition, dense foods? You're not eating stuff out of a box. Okay? A lot of times we hear grocery shopping is expensive. Yeah. So are health bills. Right? So are medical bills. So like we were talking about earlier, invest now. Invest now. Okay? Not later on in life when you medical bills and medications and all that. Okay? Grocery shopping on a budget. Okay, here are some tips. I don't have enough money for good food. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. We all do. We all have a budget. We just have to make it work. So, buy in bulk. Okay? Maybe at first you don't buy in bulk, but long term, best bang for your buck. Okay? Then you can freeze some of the meat. So we get frozen vegetables, okay, because it's easy. I can pop it in the microwave. Okay? I get a big pack of them at BJ's, as opposed to doing them individually. You save money over the long term. Okay? Look for sales. They send out sales flyers all the time. Look for sales. It's work. It's work. But you're eating healthy. Okay? Clip coupons. It's coupons. They send out coupons. There's deals. Okay? Takes a little extra work, but you save money. We do it. We save money. Right? So there's no excuse. No
There's
excuse.
not many coupons for fresh food, though.
What's that?
There's not many coupons for fresh food.
Right.
Fresh produce, fresh,
And it's a little harder this time of year because, especially around here, it's just because there's nothing in season. But the stuff in the box,
that we're not supposed to eat.
straight up not good for you. Yeah, it's not good for you. And if you think long term, because if you just continue eating the stuff in the box, then you're going to run into health issues. And it is what it is. Right? So make the investment up front as opposed to on the back end when you have those doctor's appointments and medications and things like that. Okay? Meal prep. Designated time for this. Meal prep, designated time. Put it in your calendar. Like we did exercise. Make it an appointment. Okay? Maybe Sundays. Meal prep. Makes a difference. Makes a huge difference. Okay? When you're going out to eat. Okay? It doesn't have to be unhealthy. It doesn't have to be unhealthy. Okay? Drink plenty of water. Avoid that bread. Okay? That they always give you, or popcorn, whatever it is. Okay? Have a side salad. Double up on veggies instead of having that starch. Okay? It's not as good as in your kitchen because you can control what you're putting in the food. But you can still eat fairly healthy when you go out. Okay? You can. And all the places now have all the calories on them, or for the most part. So you know what the calorie counts are. Or you have your phone, you can look up certain things. So really nowadays there is no excuse. Like we have all these resources available. Okay? So your task, plan your meals, go grocery shopping, and prep your food for the week. Who's going to do that? Okay? You better. Sleep. Here's a big one. Are you getting enough sleep? Getting enough sleep, Amy?
Oh, yeah, but I love that we focused on this because I really didn't pay much attention. But I am. I surprised myself most of the time. Once in a while, have an off night. They changed the clocks. That was a disaster.
Yeah, I mean that's.
So it is what it is.
It's an archaic thing that we do.
Yeah. But for the most part, I was pretty impressed. And
Yep.
I do a lot of those things. No caffeine after 2 and
Good.
things like that.
Good. It's National Sleep Week this week. Ironic that we turned the clocks ahead and lost an hour, but.
And you have us in here at 7 in the morning.
And I had you in here at 7 in the morning. Yeah. Besides that.
Besides that.
A couple questions. Do you feel tired when you wake up? You do. You abuse caffeine
Sometimes.
sometimes. What does your nighttime routine look like? Does anyone have a specific nighttime routine that they go
I'm
through?
in bed by
Anyone?
9.
Yeah,
Anyone
I
care
do.
to, care to share like certain things that you go through? Your system, your nighttime system. What do you?
Well,
What's it look
normally I would start getting ready for bed pretty early, like 8:30 or so.
Yep.
Go to bed, read my tablet.
Yep.
But realize now that that's probably not the best of options because you don't want the
So
light.
there's an option on some tablets where you can turn off the blue light.
Mhm.
The blue light, that's what emits from our electronics, and it keeps our brain fired up. So maybe we're sleeping, but our brain isn't necessarily turned off, and we're not getting the rest and recovery that we need. But there's an option on some tablets where you set the blue light to turn off at a certain time, and it'll do that. So you can still use your tablet.
Or
Okay?
Kindle to
Just
read
don't go
something.
through Facebook.
Right.
Who scrolled through Facebook for like an hour when they were laying in
I've
bed?
done it before,
I've done it,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
at night before
Yeah.
you go to bed.
Happens.
Didn't think anything of it. but-
Happens. Yeah. So caffeine, don't have it in the afternoon. Okay? Don't have it in the afternoon. Okay? Alcohol, maybe you like a glass of wine or two. Try not to have it right before bed. Alcohol's a depressant, kind of brings us down, makes us sleepy. However, our quality of sleep is not great when we drink alcohol. So just keep that in mind. Okay? What I want you to do is reverse engineer your bedtime. Set an alarm for bedtime. Okay, so if you want to wake up at 6 a.m. and you know you need at least 7 hours of sleep, what time do you have to be in bed, be asleep by? If 6 a.m. was our wake up? 11. Right, you want to be to sleep by 11. Okay, for 7. So if we reverse engineer that, 11's our bedtime. Let's set an alarm for our bedtime. Okay, so that sends us a notification, hey, you need to get to bed, right? So we're not on Facebook or watching TV for the next hour. Before we know it, it's 1 a.m. and you're not going to get 7 hours then. Okay, so kind of reverse engineer. What's this?
Stairway to heaven?
Yep.
Stairway to heaven. It's all about a lifestyle change, guys. Lifestyle change. Okay? You don't go from the first step to the last one in one. I know I've been preaching that all morning. I preached it all along. It doesn't happen that way. Okay? One step at a time. One step at a time. I have a client who's lost 120 pounds. She's worked her butt off in the last 14 months. 120 pounds. Okay? Everyone asks her, what did you do? What diet are you on? No diet. She wasn't on a diet. Okay? She built healthy habits. She meal preps. She doesn't eat crap. Okay? She cut out the bad people in her life. Right? She exercises regularly. It's in her schedule. Okay? She has systems in place. Didn't happen overnight. Little by little. Little by little, she lost those 120 pounds. It's hard work. It's hard work, and the reason why a lot of times we don't do it because it's hard. It's hard. Right? But I want you to always think, what is your long-term goal? What's it going to feel like when I reach that long-term goal? Probably going to feel pretty damn good. Right?
Yes.
So setbacks. Life is not linear. Okay? Sometimes I showed you that stairway. Sometimes we go up, maybe down a step. Right? It's not just a perfect line. Right? There's some up and downs. Life throws us curveballs. Okay, life throws us curveballs. These three guys, you know who they are? You know the guy on the left?
Colonel Sanders.
The Colonel.
Yeah.
You know the guy in the middle?
I know Walt Disney.
Walt Disney's on the right. Henry Ford's in the middle.
Oh, okay.
Those are pretty big dudes, right? In history. Titans, if you will. So besides being famous and creating KFC, Ford, and Disney, they failed a lot. They had a lot of setbacks. They had a lot of rejection. Okay? Colonel Sanders started at a very late age. Have you guys heard that story? It was like
70 or something?
65 years old, had basically no money, had this chicken recipe. got denied over 1,000 times by restaurants. And finally, KFC is born.
Did it himself.
Did it, and look now. Look now. Got rejected that many times at that age, but he believed in it. Okay? Henry Ford didn't just make the automobile all of a sudden. There were failures along the way. He failed in the commercial auto industry twice. There were failures once he built Ford. Okay? There's ups and downs, but he's the pioneer. Kind of changed the way we change transportation. He did it. He did it. Walt Disney. He wanted to build Disney World. It's a pretty big place now, huh? Pretty big. He got denied financing over 300 times. That's a setback. Look at it now. Pretty impressive place.
Had to finance it himself. He had to sell,
Plot of land, right?
well, he had to mortgage his house,
Yeah,
mortgage
he put
everything
it all on
he
the
had.
line.
Had his brother do the same
Yeah.
thing.
People
Yeah.
thought he was crazy. People thought all these people were crazy.
Disney's Folly is what they call
Yeah.
it. Disneyland.
Look at it now. He's in his grave laughing. Yeah. He's like, look what I built.
Smoked too much, but
Well,
other than that.
I think everyone did back,
Back
in the
then,
day.
yeah.
Back in the day, that was
Yeah.
commonplace. Guys, they failed a lot. You're gonna have setbacks, right? You're gonna have setbacks. That's just life. We have setbacks every single day. But remember why you're doing it. What is your why? Why do you want to lose weight? Okay, why do you want to run that 5K? Why do you want the job promotion? Okay, if you remember your why, you'll get there. If you've had a bad day, get back at it tomorrow. Right? Don't let it spiral out of control. Don't string bad days together. Get back at it tomorrow. Okay? Don't worry about yesterday. Improve on it. Focus on today. So tips for long-term success. First off, be proud of who you are. It's pretty important. If you don't believe in yourself, who will? Right? Other people can believe in you, but you need to have some self-belief. You need to stop doubting yourself. Stop comparing yourself. I gotta work on it. We all do. We all do. We're all works in progress, right? Number 2, surround yourself with great people. Surround yourself with great people. Who has energy vampires in their lives? People that suck all the energy out.
Or
They're just
time
not
robbers.
fun to be around.
I call them
Time robbers, yeah. They just, when their presence brings everyone down. We all have them, right? How do we cut them out? Besides,
Fire 'em.
well, yeah. Short of killing them, don't do
Yeah.
that. That'd be bad. That'd be bad. Then you'd have some real energy. Vampire. Yeah, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. But surround yourself with great people. When you surround yourself with great people, your results will be higher. You'll lift yourself up. Okay? They'll help lift you up. Right? You'll strive for greatness. Number 3, take action. Because guess what? What's the worst that's going to happen? What's the worst that's going to happen if you take
Fail.
action?
Yeah.
You fail. At least you know. At least you know. You don't want regrets. No regrets. Make the best of every situation. Everyone's life are different. Everyone's jobs are different. Everyone's situation's different. Make the best of what you got. Make the best of what you got. Number 5, progress, not perfection. No one's perfect. No one will ever be perfect. Okay? Progress. Make progress. Keep improving. And then this is probably my favorite, 1% better every day. It's a big mantra of mine. 1% better every day. Okay? Little by little. How are you improving? Little by little. Okay? Small steps. Guys, any questions? Any questions you may have? It's a big question mark. Yeah. Anything about the program, about anything that I talked about? Must have something. Hit me with
Loving
something.
what you're doing. It's all helping.
Okay.
It's very motivating.
Good.
am kind of getting back into things after vacation,
Right.
so I need to start refocusing.
Yeah.
And I am.
Good.
But, need to, like, look at some of the things I'm supposed to be doing for the week,
Yep.
week goals.
Yep.
And get those
I
back
love
in
reading
order.
everybody's posts. I think we're all having a good time with that.
Motivating, isn't it?
Motivating each other.
Yeah.
All three of us at top.
Yeah, it's all three.
That's good though. You're motivating others, because there's always people in the wings that they're reading all this, and you're helping them. You are, just by being active and posting and doing that.
And the pay it forward thing, that's cool, I love that.
Yeah.
You know?
Obviously, I want people to, that should be a common thing, that you help others. But it's always nice to see, go the extra mile for someone and post it, because that can make someone's day. It can make someone in our group's day. Maybe they're having a bad day, they see that cheers them up.
Well, sweet little
Okay.
Janie bought me coffee one day. I was
Yes.
in line behind her
See?
at Dunkin' Donuts.
See?
The irony in that is, like, 'cause she has a very nice vehicle. At the time, I was driving my, like, 20-year-old car that was full of junk and everything. And I'm like, I want to pay for the person behind me. And of course, they're looking at her and looking at me like, can you afford it? I'm like, I got this. I want to pay for the person behind me.
But just doing nice things like
Yep.
that, it makes a huge difference. And a lot of times, I mean, I know you're all nice people, but sometimes when we get caught up in day-to-day life,
Yeah.
we forget. And that's why I made it a point. Let's pay it forward this week. Okay? That can literally be taking someone's groceries out. You don't have to buy anyone anything. Hold the door
I just
for
feel funny
someone.
about posting.
I did feel funny about
Yeah.
it.
That's not what it's for, to.
Right. Right.
Hey, look at me, I did something good,
But that's not the point is to show others that that you've done it, but that can inspire the people and make their day in our group. Like, oh, that was very nice of them. I'm having a bad day, but I saw that. It changed my day. I know, I don't like to brag
Notice
either.
that we do this stuff every day, I'm like,
Right.
wow, I really, I help somebody every day and I don't
There you
even
go.
realize it by doing something.
There you go.
And
You become
maybe
aware of it.
by doing that, you'll have that person you helped extend that to somebody else. I always
Exactly.
think, yeah, it's
The
gonna be
chain-
the big
chain
snowball.
reaction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll roll.
Yeah, I know it can be awkward posting, but it's.
Because I had somebody approach me to say they didn't even know that they could do that. I paid off delinquent lunch funds for kids, and like.
Oh, that's nice,
It wasn't
yeah.
because, I've done that before.
Mhm.
And I'm like, well, you probably paid off for parents that could pay for it anyway. Maybe I did, but that's not the kid's fault.
Right.
Like, I was thinking of it as, if I can help one kid have a hot meal today, I
Yeah.
don't care if the parents are deadbeats and spending it on cigarettes, that's not the kid's fault. And they didn't know that they could go to the schools and say,
Do that.
can I do it? So that was at least one person
Right.
that's gonna go and see if they can help kids out.
And the
There you go.
stigma the kid might have because of that.
Exactly.
Right.
I
'Cause
never
it's
ever,
young, you
that's
know?
what breaks my heart. It's like, no kid should have to wonder if he's gonna have lunch today. Cause the schools will not provide it if you have a delinquent lunch fund.
Yeah.
So I just went in and said, here, put this on some lunch accounts for
Yeah.
me, and
Yeah.
I did help somebody,
Nice.
like, oh, I didn't know that, I'm gonna go look into that. Great,
Yeah.
that'd be another kid that might be able to have lunch today, a healthy lunch.
Healthy lunch, yeah. Yeah. So it's always fun to do.
Yeah.
And I know we do it every day, but it's nice to kind of see that within the group.
And love the program that you're doing, what
Thank
you're
you.
bringing.
Thank you.
And would like to think that this might be like phase one. of
I'll
other-
talk to
Yeah.
Tracy.
And see where we
Yeah,
can go.
I've been working on things.
I'm sure you
I've
have.
been working on, because ultimately it's long-term, right?
Mhm.
It's long-term, it's not this, sure, it's kickstarting you. Think of this as a kickstart. Get you into gear, right?
Yes.
Right? So,
I've got a question,
Yes.
or maybe you could do a post on this or something.
yeah,
Well, I've looked through, your little workouts and
Yeah,
everything,
yeah.
I like those, but like, one of my big things that I wanna do and write in my planner is, the workouts to do.
Yep.
Like maybe short ones, long ones, whatever.
Yep.
But like, I don't know what I should do together, like, I'm not gonna do biceps every single day,
I can make a,
Yeah,
right.
what muscle groups or, what kind of things you do together, cause I'm like, I don't know if I should do squats, I know
I
what
can do a
Katie
post on
does.
that. I will do a post on that.
And so like personally, I don't know what I should do together, like, should I do biceps every single day? You know what I mean, like.
I will, I'll,
Yeah, like
Right,
every day.
right,
Today you
stuff up
10,
like
10,
that.
10 of that, and tomorrow do 20, 20, something
Yep.
like that.
Yeah, just like the different muscle groups that you're
Sure.
supposed to work together,
Yep.
and then, you know, give a rest day, or can
Yep.
you do this, this, and this every single day, and be able to walk.
I will,
you know?
well,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the hard part.
Yeah.
I will do something.
Yeah, 'cause
Yep.
I know that would
I'd be
help
happy to
me,
do that, yep.
just to
Yep.
formulate.
That's good, and any questions you have like that, like, if I don't know that's, if you have something,
Yeah.
throw it out there.
It's like-
Cause maybe someone else has that same question,
Yeah.
so.
It's like one of my goals that I keep writing in my planner for me is to go to the gym X amount of times with a
Mhm.
plan.
With a
And I'm
plan.
like, you know, okay, I can go to the gym every day and I can try to do my 5K.
Yep.
And, or I can do the 30 minutes. I'm like, okay, so then, am I gonna do some squats? I'm gonna do some biceps because I know how to do that, you know?
Right.
Like, I can do my dolly because I know that, like, but
Right,
what else should I do
yep,
to help me?
I can do that, and I'm sure other people have the same question.
Yeah.
So, that's good, I will do that.
Thank you,
Well,
Abby.
thank you guys,
That's great.
appreciate it very much. That was fun. I will, I'll post this, so don't worry about having to, write it all down. I'll post this later. Can I get a picture of you guys?